Ferrari just hit rock bottom with a shocking disqualification that left everyone speechless. The team admitted making a genuine error, which resulted in a humiliating disqualification for Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton. Meanwhile, Hamilton faces new challenges that could change everything in his entire season, and Ferrari is already under pressure heading into the Japanese Grand Prix. Is this just a temporary setback for Ferrari, or is the legendary team's downfall already underway? The first story is Ferrari's season plunging into deeper chaos after Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc's sudden disqualifications. The team owned up early to critical errors made at the recent Chinese Grand Prix. Hamilton's sixth-place finish evaporated immediately and marked a painful conclusion to just his second race with Ferrari. Leclerc fared no better. He lost fifth place after a routine FIA inspection, which divulged substantial rule breaches. Hamilton's car failed inspection because of skid block wear. It was measured 0.5 millimeters below the regulated minimum standard. On the other hand, for Leclerc, it was a miscalculated strategy shift. It left his car underweight by exactly 1 kilogram. Ferrari's statement described the scenario clearly. The team failed to mitigate circumstances or excuses. These mistakes led directly to Ferrari's humiliating exclusion from official race results. The incident somehow overshadowed McLaren's Oscar Piastri's jaw-dropping victory. FIA officials summoned both drivers along with Ferrari representatives immediately after learning about these violations. Ferrari, however, responded transparently. The team stated openly they misjudged the wear rates on Hamilton's skid block during pre-race preparations. The error appeared minor on paper, a mere half-millimeter discrepancy, but the consequences turned out to be massive for Ferrari's championship ambitions. Skid block thickness rules are meant to stop teams from running cars dangerously low. They protect driver safety during fierce competition. Ferrari explained clearly there was no deliberate intention behind this error. Reportedly, the team incorrectly estimated the consumption rate. Leclerc's penalty arose differently. It stemmed from Ferrari's abrupt mid-race strategic switch to a risky one-stop tire plan. Ferrari initially scheduled a two-stop race strategy, but later altered plans because of changing track conditions only to gain a positional advantage. But this decision unexpectedly heightened tire wear and awfully reduced the car's overall weight beyond permitted race limits. According to reports, Ferrari blamed high tire degradation directly for the dramatic weight drop. Other teams like Mercedes and McLaren also modified race strategies under identical circumstances but avoided falling afoul of FIA regulations. This difference magnified Ferrari's shortcomings even further. Sources suggest the Red Camp had to undergo stringent scrutiny over the team's operational competence at crucial race moments. Analysts say this incident deals a significant blow for Hamilton. The Briton just joined the Scuderians, and the Tifosi expected him to be the hero who would finally bring Ferrari back to championship glory after years in the wilderness. Hamilton's controversial move drew immense attention, which increased pressures on the star diver as well as the Ferrari management. Given the scenario, disqualification in just his second Ferrari outing could severely dent team morale and complicate his efforts to integrate effectively. Ferrari's recent struggles brings up broader issues to the spotlight. The historic racing giant's operational standards and competitive decision-making processes are being vigorously questioned now in the media trial. Unfortunately, F1's ferociously competitive environment doesn't allow any margin for such critical oversights. Rivals McLaren and Mercedes consistently capitalized on Ferrari's recent missteps. The teams steadily pulled away in overall championship standings. On the other hand, Ferrari's repeated public admissions of error now paint a troubling picture for their short-term title ambitions moving forward. Errors of calculation and strategy regularly jeopardize Ferrari's race weekends. Those suggest deeper issues beyond mere isolated incidents of misfortune. Ferrari officials promised immediate reflection and improvements in response to their latest high-profile debacle in China. The Scuderia firmly pledged commitment to thoroughly analyzing these errors, preventing similar damaging oversights in future races. Yet fans remain understandably skeptical after witnessing recurring patterns of underperformance despite repeated promises of internal improvements. Ferrari's struggles continue to torment their passionate global fan base. Sources say these high-profile disqualifications are inflicting deep wounds on Ferrari's storied reputation. Criticism is reportedly mounting from industry insiders. Each race now represents a crucial opportunity for Ferrari to demonstrate improvements. The team reportedly needs convincing performances to rebuild confidence in the garage and across the paddock. Insiders claim Hamilton and Leclerc deserve stronger support systems if they're to have any realistic shot at championship contention. Sources close to the team suggest supporters and rivals of the Red Camp will now scrutinize Ferrari's next moves with intense interest. Another costly error could irreversibly derail their already precarious 2025 championship aspirations. The Scarlet Cars are preparing for the Japanese Grand Prix. If Ferrari cannot overcome their self-inflicted wounds now, will the team ever reclaim their place among Formula One's elite? The second story exclusively revolves around Lewis Hamilton. The Briton wearing Ferrari red still doesn't feel real. But it's happening, and the buzz isn't fading anytime soon. His move sent Formula One into a frenzy. For over a decade, Hamilton was the face of Mercedes. There he landed 6 world titles, countless records, and an era of dominance unmatched in modern F1. Now the Tifosi have welcomed him with open arms, flags, chants, and endless social posts. Hamilton is already a hero in Italy before even scoring a podium. Ferrari isn't treating this like a branding move. They've invested big and built their 2025 campaign around him. The goal is nothing but championship glory. Behind the scenes, things are already moving. Ferrari confirmed Hamilton will be heavily involved in the upcoming pre-season testing sessions. These are crucial, not just for seat time, but for syncing with Ferrari's technical team and driving culture. Sources close to Maranello engineers say Hamilton has wasted no time diving into the details. He's requested setup simulations, studied previous car data, and started building rapport with Ferrari's core engineering squad. Word is, he's already bringing that same vigorous preparation he was known for at Mercedes. Hamilton himself has stayed calm and composed, calling the switch the most exciting new chapter of his career. In interviews, he praised Ferrari's heritage and spoke about what it means to race in red, calling it a childhood dream. Ferrari haven't won a driver's title since 2007. Every season since has started with hope and ended with heartbreak. But Hamilton changed that in the Chinese Grand Prix pre-qualifying on Friday. His presence alone forced rivals to rethink strategies. Red Bull, McLaren, and Mercedes knew this isn't just about one driver. It's about Ferrari becoming a serious threat again. The weight on Hamilton's shoulders is massive. But unfortunately, the SF25 still had issues, which pushed the 7-time world champion to the sideline last Sunday. But insiders say Hamilton has refused to give up on hope. Could his response to the Shanghai disqualification spark a turnaround or expose deeper cracks Ferrari can't afford this early? Ferrari is ramping up efforts ahead of the Japanese Grand Prix at Suzuka, set for April 4th to 6th, 2025. This will be the third race of the season, and after a tough outing in China, the team seems to be determined to bounce back, say sources. Suzuka's 5.807-kilometer figure-8 layout is one of the most demanding on the calendar. It's packed with high-speed corners and technical sequences like the S-curves, Degner, and 130R. Each tests a car's aero grip and balance. Teams usually lean toward a medium downforce setup to stay quick on the straights without losing stability in the twisty sections. Ferrari is working on several fronts to prepare for the unique demands of this circuit. Reportedly, engineers are deep into data analysis. They're trying to squeeze more performance from the SF25's aero package. The goal is to find extra pace through Suzuka's flowing corners, where efficiency matters most. Tire strategy is also front and center. Suzuka's surface is abrasive, and tire wear has often played a decisive role here. Sources close to Maranello reveal Ferrari is working on a setup that protects tire life without sacrificing grip or pace over longer stints. Engine calibration is another priority. The circuit's elevation shifts and rapid direction changes require the power units to respond cleanly without compromising reliability. Engineers are fine-tuning settings to deliver strong acceleration out of corners and top-end power down the straights, say reports. Both drivers have contributed heavily to the team's approach. Hamilton's history at Suzuka is rich. He's won here multiple times and knows what it takes to extract time in the trickiest sections. Leclerc, on the other hand, has detailed understanding of Ferrari's systems, and he is focused on dialing in a more predictable balance and improving responsiveness at turn-in. Ferrari knows the competition won't ease up. Red Bull and McLaren look strong. Verstappen won at Suzuka in 2024, and McLaren entered the season as defending Constructors' champions. Both teams are expected to be fast right out of the gate. Still, Suzuka offers a shot at redemption. A strong showing could lift morale and deliver critical points in the Constructors' race. More than that, it could give Ferrari a much-needed momentum boost as the season heats up. All eyes will be on how the team responds under pressure and whether this weekend becomes a turning point in their 2025 campaign. Ferrari's under fire, Hamilton's under pressure, and Suzuka could either steady the ship or sink it further. The Scuderia needs a flawless weekend, but F1 rarely forgives twice. If you're following this story, don't blink. Subscribe now and stay locked in, because the next chapter might flip everything on its head.